When I filed for divorce, my daughter clung to her father's neck, crying, "Bad mommy. I hate mommy. If you divorce daddy, I'll stay with him and let you grow old alone." In my past life, I ignored her childish threats and fought for custody. I raised her with all my heart. Still, she resented me until the day I died. On her wedding day, she invited her father's mistress on stage. She thanked her for taking him out of a failed marriage, and she called her mom. I stood there, humiliated. When I opened my eyes again and saw that same little face, I no longer felt the urge to fight. "Fine. I don't want an unlikable child anyway," I said coldly. David was stunned. "What nonsense are you saying in front of the child?" he snapped. I looked straight at Emma, hiding in his arms. "She doesn't want to stay with me. And I don't want her either." Emma's tantrum froze, then she screamed louder. "Bad mommy. I hate you." David tried to calm her. "She's just joking, sweetheart. Mommy carried you for 9 months. Of course she loves you." Emma looked at me, waiting. But I didn't flinch. I didn't say a word. David glared at me. You want a divorce, and now you don't even want your own child. Are you still a mother?" I answered flatly. "Wasn't she the one who said she didn't want me first? I'm respecting her wishes." Emma's face twisted. "You're the one leaving first. If you care about what I think, why are you still divorcing? You want to make me a child without parents." "In my past life," I explained gently, "your father had another woman. That's why I'm leaving." But she had stared at me with disgust. "Maybe it's because you're not good enough. So daddy needed someone else. My classmate's mom is perfect. Her dad would never cheat. You're not good enough. I don't want you either." Those words shattered me. I had given her everything. My time, my energy, my love. I thought one day she would understand. So I kept loving her more, hoping she'd see it when she matured. But she never did. On her wedding day, she thanked her stepmother. Called her mom. The 3 of them embraced on stage. I stood below, like a stranger. Back in the present, Emma looked scared. I didn't say anything wrong. "We should stay together." I scoffed. "Your dad begged me not to divorce because he cheated. Divorce doesn't benefit him. In my past life, I made too many concessions just to keep her. I gave up everything: cash, company, pride. Not this time. I can give up the child. But the money. I'll take it all." David's face turned red when I exposed him in front of Emma. "Have you no shame?" he growled. "You had the face to do it." "I have the face to say it," I shot back. Then I asked Emma, "Even so, do you still want to stay with your dad?" She hesitated. David squeezed her hand. She looked up and said firmly, "Yes. Of course. David's perfect daughter." I turned and left without looking back. At my apartment, my mother called. "Did the divorce go through?" "No. I'm drafting a new agreement." "You're not giving up the company again to keep Emma, are you?" she asked. "No. This time, David leaves with nothing. And if Emma disagrees, she can go back to the Smith family," I said coldly. "This time. I'll only cherish what's worth cherishing." Days later, I drove to an orphanage in a nearby state. "I'd like to meet Lily," I said. "She's at a math competition," the director explained. Then she handed me a photo. A thin girl with bright, spirited eyes. In my past life, when I was 46 and dying of liver cancer, Lily, an orphan I had sponsored, came to care for me. She bathed me, fed me, read to me. She even used her savings for my treatment. She told me, "Without your help, I wouldn't have been able to keep studying. Let me repay you." How ironic. The daughter I raised turned on me. Yet a stranger repaid me with love and kindness. The director smiled. "If you're serious about adopting Lily, I'll call when she's back. She's very sweet. Just a bit older than most adoptees." "I don't mind," I said. Before going home, I went to the mall. I asked the director for Lily's measurements and bought clothes and shoes. I even chose styles Emma used to like, thinking all little girls were the same. That's when I saw them. Emma holding David's hand with one hand, and another woman's with the other. It was Laura, David's mistress. The three of them walking together looked like a family of three. Seeing me, David and Emma both froze, their expressions nervous, as if afraid I would make a scene. If it were the old me, I would have. But now, the Smith family had nothing to do with me. I just glanced at them and walked straight ahead. David grabbed my arm. Emma has been thinking about you these past few days. Why haven't you come to pick her up? Following his words, I looked down at Emma. She was pouting, standing to the side, looking at me cautiously. But the second before my gaze landed on her, she quickly turned her head away, hiding behind Laura. I sneered. Is this what you call her missing me? David was embarrassed. Who told you to hurt the child's feelings last time? You're a grown-up, yet you're holding a grudge against a child. In the end, aren't you still buying gifts to make up for it? He glanced at the bags I was carrying and breathed a sigh of relief. He beckoned to Emma. Come on, Mom bought you gifts. See what you like. Hearing the word gifts, Emma's eyes lit up. She walked forward, pretending to be reserved, her eyes constantly scanning the bags I held. Then she snorted coldly. Even if you bought me gifts, I won't forgive you. Unless you promise not to mention divorce again and apologize to me and Dad. I won't call you Mom again. I chuckled. Who said these were bought for you? Emma froze. She didn't know if I was joking or serious. From childhood, I had always given her whatever she wanted, even if she said she wanted a star from the sky. But today, I said the things in my hand weren't bought for her. Her bewilderment quickly turned to anger. Her eyes widened as she looked at me. David frowned, glaring disapprovingly. You'd better stop now. Do you have to make the child angry again to be satisfied? I brought her out today to cheer her up. While she's happy, you should quickly apologize with the gifts. Don't make things difficult for yourself. Emma shouted. I don't want her gift. She already said they weren't for me. David tried again, coaxing. Little princess, you're her only precious daughter. Who else would she buy those dolls and dresses for, if not you? She just can't bring herself to apologize to you. Emma's expression softened slightly. She glanced at the shopping bags. Her eyes suddenly lit up. David noticed too. He pointed at the pink box. Isn't that the crystal pony you've always wanted? We came to look last time, and it was out of stock. Your mom specially bought it to apologize to you. He pushed her forward. Quickly say you forgive Mom, and she'll give you the pony. Emma pouted, walking up reluctantly. For the sake of this pony, I'll forgive you. But you can't mention divorce again. And Aunt Laura is a very nice person. In the future, you can't give her a hard time. And you can't stop us from seeing her. If you do these things, then you can still be my mom. I sneered. I don't remember doing anything wrong that needs your forgiveness. And I already told you, these things weren't bought for you. Please don't flatter yourself. Emma's face turned red. She trembled with embarrassment and anger, looking as if she might burst into tears. David hugged her, growling in a low voice. Enough. Even jokes have limits. If not for Emma, then who did you buy them for? Emma is your only child. At this point, Laura came forward, patting Emma's back gently. Clara, if you've done something wrong, you should apologize promptly. Don't lie to the child out of embarrassment. Emma is such a good girl. If she were my daughter, I would dote on her endlessly. How can you bear to make her cry? Emma sniffled, hugging Laura affectionately. I pulled at the corners of my mouth and said nothing. The crystal pony in my hand was a limited edition from a luxury brand. Without millions in VIP spending, one wouldn't even have the qualification to buy it. Laura, what could she use to buy it? Her life. I looked at the father and daughter, touched to tears by her words. Ridiculous. I turned and left. Sure enough, an hour later I received a call from the store clerk. Miss Clara, your husband and daughter want to use your VIP privileges to purchase a crystal pony pendant. Since they didn't bring the VIP card, and you just bought one, I wanted to confirm if I should grant them access. I raised an eyebrow. No. And never again in the future. The clerk had put the phone on speaker. My cold words landed like a slap across their faces. In the background, I heard Emma crying, Laura's soft voice coaxing. Miss Clara, I just wanted to buy Emma a gift. Then go ahead and buy it, I cut her off. But this requires VIP privileges, which I don't have. What does that have to do with me? I chuckled. Then I hung up. 3 days later, the orphanage director called to say Lily had finished her competition. If I hadn't changed my mind, I could come sign the adoption contract. That afternoon, I brought all the paperwork, plus stationery and toys for the children. They lined up one by one to receive gifts. At the very back was a little girl in a faded school uniform and frayed sneakers. Her hands were clenched at her sides. Her dark eyes looked at me curiously, but warily. I smiled and waved. She pressed her lips together, not moving. The director patted her shoulder, and only then did she shuffle forward. By then, the gifts were gone. The table was empty. A flicker of disappointment crossed her face. But soon, her eyes lit up again when I brought out a new school bag filled with notebooks and 2 math competition books. I stroked her hair gently. I heard from the director you like math the most. I bought you 2 books. Do you like them? Lily touched the bag, touched the books, and her face flushed with excitement. Thank you. I like them very much, she whispered. Seeing her like this, I knew I had chosen right. We completed the adoption procedures. The director asked her softly, "Are you willing to go home with Clara?" Lily glanced at me and nodded shyly. I brought her home. For the first time, she had a room of her own. Tears welled in her eyes. She hugged my waist. "Mom," she choked. The next day, I took her to the station to change her name. She became Lily Song. From then on, we were inseparable. At work, I brought her to the office. She sat beside me, doing exercises. Day by day, our bond grew stronger. Life was getting better and better. And if it wasn't for David's phone call, I might have forgotten about him completely.